Hello, hello, hello. My name is Anne-Cécile Graeber. If you want to learn a bit more about me and what I do in my life, go to my website acgraeber.com. And if you can't find me, just look for my name in Google. You will find me at some point. There are pictures of me everywhere. Not everywhere, but in many places. At least on my website. And today I want to talk about a very important thing. The vocabulary we use when we talk about people who moved from one country to the other. The word expatriation and immigration. I did not realize how the system we live in, I know the system we live in is racist, like it's not a surprise. I'm still surprised when I hear racist stuff. But I didn't realize how ingrained this racism was in our vocabulary. And it shows in the use of immigration and expatriation. When I use those two words, they mean something very specific. For me, an immigrant is someone who moved from his home country to another country for a different reason, following the love of their life, wanting a better life, escaping from war, whatever. While an expatriate is someone who was supported by his company to move to another branch abroad. So if you work for a French company, say Valeo in France, and they decide that with you, obviously, you decide together that it would be good for your career or your development to move abroad, then you'll go to Valeo in one of his international branch, and you may end up in Germany, for example. But the company is supporting you to do the change. That's expatriation and immigration for me. But when I met a white guy at one event, when I mentioned that I was an immigrant, he said, "No, that's not true. You're white. You're an expatriate." And at first, I didn't really understand what it meant because I mentioned I was immigrant. He was like, "No, you're not an immigrant." I was like, "Yes, I am an immigrant." He's like, "No, you're not." I was like, "Yes, I am." "No, you're not." Then, "But what am I then?" And he's like, "You're an expat." I was like, "But why on earth am I an expat?" Because I moved here on my own, like with my definition of immigration and expatriation, I am an immigrant. And it's like, no, you're white. And that's when I realized that it's true when you look at how the system, the world we live in exists. Most of the people who move from, like who are expatriates, are white. Why? Because most of the big companies on earth are in the leading countries. Now we're more declining than leading, but you see what I mean. And most of them are white. But there are expatriates that are black because they were born in France and they were born black and they studied and they did whatever they had to do to come to the level they came, and they moved abroad. So there are black expatriates as there are white immigrants. I am one. No one helped me. Well, my father and my boyfriend helped me to start here, but you see what I mean. And so what is the language we use? And are they the words that you realize that were used to differentiate people based on their skin color or their country of origin? I am sure there are, but I wonder if you could list some of them. I am quite impatient to listen to your comments, or you can write them. I will basically post this video on Facebook or somewhere in the internet, and there is a possibility to comment. So feel free to write your thoughts. If you are going to tell me that expatriates are white and immigrants are black, just stop there. Don't write it. Because look at the story. Yes, most of the time, the history is that the big companies are they're white. They're a majority of white people, but it doesn't mean that every expatriate is white. So you can't say that. It's not true. So let's use more neutral definitions of things where we let the skin color out of the equation. Won't you? So I wish you a good Friday, because it's Friday, and I hope to hear from you in the comments, or write me a comment, or find me on my website do something if you want to react, and if you don't, just like the video, just do that. Bye bye.